अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज हम ECE 201 के MCQs का पार्ट 1 स्टार्ट करने लगे हैं। ये जो है लेक्चर नंबर 23 से लेक्चर नंबर 32 पर मुश्तमिल है। टॉपिक नंबर 107 से 147 तक इसमें कवर किए गए हैं। ठीक है, फाइनल टर्म प्रिपरेशन के हवाले से ये इम्पॉर्टेंट आपके लिए हो सकता है, तो वीडियो कंप्लीट ज़रूर देखिएगा। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं लेसन 23 के साथ, जो कि सेंटेंस डेवलपमेंट इन लैंग्वेज। A declarative sentence mainly dash information. A declarative sentence mainly gives information. Usual word order of a declarative sentence is subject, verb, and object. The cat sat on the mat is an example of declarative sentence. In third person singular, verb usually ends with S. She walks to work shows subject verb agreement. A simple declarative sentence has one clause. I don't like pumpkins is a negative declarative. An interrogative sentence is used to ask a question. Interrogative sentences usually end with question marks. An interrogative sentence's word order is usually inverted. Are you going is an example of interrogative sentence. Yes, no questions are answered with yes or no. Which word starts a WH question? Why? Imperative sentences mainly express command. The subject in imperative sentences is usually implied you. Close the door is an example of imperative sentence. Verb form used in imperative sentences is base form, which is a negative imperative sentence. Don't run. Imperative sentences can show all except narration. A negative sentence expresses negation. Common negating word used is not. I am not going is a negative sentence. Negative sentences are formed using helping verb plus not. There is no milk shows denial. Negative interrogative sentences are used to ask negative questions. A subordinate clause is dependent clause. A subordinate clause needs a dash clause to complete meaning main. Children begin using simple subordinate clauses at age 5 to 6 years. Which word introduces a subordinate clause? Because. Because I was tired is a subordinate clause, which is not a subordinating conjunction, but. Subordinate clauses can function as noun, adjective, adverb. Subordinate clause alone is incomplete. A compound sentence contains two or more independent clauses. Independent clauses are joined by coordinating conjunction. Which is coordinating conjunction? And. I studied hard, so I passed shows cause effect. A comma is placed before conjunction. A semicolon joins clauses that are closely related. She reads, she writes is a compound sentence. Phonemes are smallest sound units. Phonemic development begins in infancy. Cooing and babbling occur in infancy. Phonemic awareness helps in reading and spelling. Phonemes combine to form words. Phonemic development is influenced by native language. Rhyming games support phonemic awareness. By age 8, children can produce all English sounds. By age 5, children can identify syllables. Phonological development includes sound rules. A 7-year-old replaces meaningless words with real words. Morphophonemic changes occur when sounds join morphemes. Electricity is an example of a morphophonemic change. Regular plural S rules are learned by age 5 to 6 years. Vowels shifting example is divine to divinity. Speech sound acquisition refers to sound learning. Crying, cooing, and babbling occur in infancy. Babbling stage usually starts at 6 to 9 months. Ba 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 is an example of babbling. First meaningful words appear around 12 months. Wawa for water shows substitution. Clear word pronunciation developed by 14 months. By age 2, children can produce basic consonants. Sounds like S and Ch develop at age 3 to 4 years. Difficult sounds like R and Th master by school age. Persistent, persistent unclear speech indicates speech disorder. Phonological processes are normal simplifications. Stop is an example of cluster reduction. Cluster reduction resolves by age 4 to 5 years. Final consonant deletion resolves by age 3. Up for cup shows initial deletion. Weak syllable deletion resolves by age 4. Gog for dog is backing. Gliding resolves by age 6. Assimilation means sounds become similar. Bub for bus is assimilation. Reduplication resolves by age 3. Language development begins with sounds. From birth to 3 months, children express through sounds. Babbling mainly occurs at 4 to 6 months. Body part identification develops at 1 to 2 years. Compound word understanding develops at 2 to 3 years. Sentence structure expands at 3 to 4 years. Clear conversation skills appear at 4 to 5 years. Language learning starts with listening. Children under 3 struggle with SVO order, subject, verb, object order. Language rules are learned word by word. Vocabulary increases by 5 words a day. By age 6, children know about 6,000 words. Using language in social context is pragmatics. Storytelling skill is called narrative. Thinking about language is metalinguistic awareness. Language develops from simple to complex. Pragmatics studies relationship between language and users. Pragmatic mainly focuses on social context. Speaking differently with parents and friends shows pragmatics. Taking turns in conversation is called turn taking. Using eye contact in conversation is non-verbal cue. Saying please and thank you shows politeness. Staying on one topic is called topic maintenance. Repeating to fix misunderstanding is repair strategy. Using different styles in situations is register. Pragmatic skills mainly support social interaction. Narrative is a monologue. Narrative communication is one way. Beginning, middle, and end show sequence. Words like first and then are temporal words. Adding details to stories is descriptive language. Giving characters emotions shows character development. Retelling a story helps in narrative skill. Creating imaginary stories show imagination. Introduction explains characters. Final stage of writing is publishing. Conversational skills develop after age 3. Saying yeah or shows filler. Paying attention while listening is listening skill. Keeping conversation going needs topic maintenance. Understanding jokes show humor. Using polite style with adults show register. Understanding others' feelings is empathy. Perspective taking helps in social conversation. Semantic development means meaning learning. Vocabulary growth is rapid during preschool. Children learn about 5 words daily. Learning word meaning quickly is fast mapping. Grouping words like animal is categories. Network of related meaning is semantic network. Bark having 2 meanings shows multiple meanings. Idioms and metaphors are figurative language. Learning word order is syntax. Asking meaning of word is word learning strategy. Vocabulary growth is in preschoolers is mainly related to language development. Quickly learning a new word after hearing it a few times is called fast mapping. Asking parents for word meaning is part of fast mapping. Which environment helps increase vocabulary most? Rich language exposure. Which vocabulary grows faster in preschoolers? Receptive. Web of related words is known as semantic network. Children need repeated exposure to words to fully understand meaning. Guessing word meaning from situation is called context clues. Grouping animals together show categorical organization. Extending known words to new ones is word extension. Categories based on shared essence are called taxonomies. Birthday cake and gifts relate through scheme. Eat sweets and dresses are example of scheme. Functional use is part of mature taxonomic knowledge. Which knowledge is more accessible to children? Taxonomic. By which age do children organize concepts like adults? 6 years. Correcting wrong ideas is called concept revision. Learning overflow from water shows understanding of cause and effect. Above and below show spatial relationships. Understanding sun and energy Understanding sun as energy source show complex theories. Shift from concrete to abstract occurs during adolescence. Grouping information for memory is called chunking. Which students rely more on chunking? Seventh graders. Semantic relations help in resolving word ambiguity. Word categories stored in order show hierarchical storage. Networks connecting word meaning are neural networks. Learning new words using prior knowledge is association. Meaning-based processing is called deep. Situation-based understanding is contextual. Children start using processing strategies around age 5. Figurative language means beyond literal meaning. Figurative language mainly develops in school age. Once in a blue moon is an example of proverb. Idioms easy to understand are transparent. Relationship between literal and figurative meaning is metaphoric transparency. Exposure through stories helps in figurative language. Comparison using like or as is simile. Using figurative language in writing shows higher language function. Idioms and proverbs have figurative meaning. Jokes and riddles show understanding of humor. Language productivity means producing language. Syntactic complexity refers to grammar rules. Language productivity is influenced by speaking task. By age 5, children achieve basic sentence competence. Correct pronoun use in first grader is below 50%. Verb plus ing used as noun is called gerund. Fishing equipment shows participle. Changing active to passive shows syntax development. Children do not develop language at same speed. Sentence complexity increases during school age. First use of morphemes is based on memorization. Past tense D or T relates to phonological marking. Context affects morphological development due to cess. Inflectional suffixes are mastered at school age. Prefix in uncomfortable is un. Derivational suffixes mainly change word class. Er suffix first learn to mark agent. Instrumental ER is acquired around age 11. Comparative adjective example is taller. Rule-based comparative use develops in adulthood. Children often omit elements of noun phrase at age 5 to 7 years. Missing a small function word is due to rhythm salience. Difficulty with irregular plurals show rule exceptions. Penguin school shows adjective descriptor. Articles include the. Verb learning is harder than nouns because action reversal. Prefix changing verb meaning is un. Pull off shows meaning change by particle. Perfect tense uses helping verbs. Modality expresses possibility. Easiest relationship to understand is comparative. Children understand better active voice. Passive sentence focuses on receiver. Ball was kicked is passive voice. Ending makes sentence complex. Phrase inside sentence is embedding. Joining sentences using and is conjoining. Sentence production improves with practice. Language development is influenced by SES. Complex sentence skill develop in school age. Phonological development deals with language sounds. Ability to produce a speech sound is called phonetics. Recognizing and manipulating sound is phonology. Phonological development begins in infancy. Saying rabbit for rabbit is substitution. Saying car for cat shows deletion. Phonological processes are normal. Phonetic inventory is completed by age 8. Difficulty with blends may remain until school age. Replacing meaningless words reflects metalinguistic skills. Sound change due to morpheme change is called morphophonemic. Electric to electricity shows morphophonemic change. Regular plural S rule is learned by first grade. Children learn S and Z sounds by age 5 to 6. Plural of desk made difficult due to cluster ending. Stress helps indicate grammatical function. Stress on green is green. Stress on green in greenhouse shows compound word. Noun record is stressed on first syllable. Verb record is stressed on last syllable. Adult like stress system develops by age 12. Longer sentences require more motor planning. Adult like speech planning begins around age 9. Speech motor development continues into adolescence. Lip rounding variation is common in young children. Speech is planned in broad chunks. Same sentence as statement and question differs in tone. Declarative versus interrogative differs in stress pattern. Children mark question form using prosody. Lip and jaw modification appears by age 4. Refinement of speech movements continues through childhood. Thinking about language itself is metalinguistic. Metalinguistic ability allows judging grammar correctness. Full metalinguistic awareness appears at 7 to 8 years. Before age 7, children see language mainly as communication tool. Decentration develops after age 7. Decentration allows focus on both simultaneously, both meaning and grammar simultaneously. Preschool children judge sentences based on content. Daddy painted the fence, judged wrong due to experience. Kindergarten children start noticing sentence structure. Metalinguistic development is gradual. Children learning two languages simultaneously with no difficulty. Bilingual children may have advantage in school. Learning first language helps in learning English. Difficulty in English depends on age of learning. Switching between language is called code switching. Code switching occurs mostly in metalingual settings. AAE mainly affects children socially. Negative views of AAE lead to defamation. Code switching is the ability to switch languages. Code switching is common among bilinguals. Code switching helps express cultural identity. Using two languages enhances personality. Language exposure affects code switching. Social needs influence code switching. Understanding two languages shows cognitive growth. Code switching depends on context. Pragmatic development refers to context of language. Teachers should support by providing rich language environment. Preschool language shows growth in grammar. Vocabulary increases about 5 words. Turn taking is a part of social language. Polite word shows social use. Teachers support by storytelling. Kindergarten focuses on phonemic awareness. Early literacy helps in first grade success. Children begin to write essays. Shared reading supports language growth. ECE language includes storytelling. Language helps children express ideas. Drama and debate support language. Early language skills are important for school success. Strong language helps children communicate needs. Rich language exposure leads to strong literacy. Early intervention helps address language delays. Language difficulty can be improved. Language disability is from birth. Kindergarten language skills help in reading and writing. Language supports social development by expression. ECE language development improves critical thinking. Teachers support language by assigning homework. Early childhood is critical for language. Early exposure to multiple languages helps in proficiency. Learning English at school and Urdu at home shows multilingual learning. Language learning promotes cognitive growth. Four fundamental language skills include listening. Vocabulary is important because it helps communication. Grammar and syntax focus on sentence structure. Phonological awareness is related to sounds. Pragmatics refer to social use. Language skills are part of curriculum. Symbolization means use of symbols. Symbols help represent ideas. Symbolization supports literacy. Writing skills are complex. Literacy include reading. Multimodal approach uses pictures. Symbolization helps children express ideas. Symbolization develops abstract thinking. Using symbols support emotional growth. Constructivist approach allows children to create symbols. Teacher acts as facilitator. Teacher as assessor evaluate skills. Managing activities is the role of manager. Language teachers start with grammar. Teacher guides learning as observer. Supportive environment should be safe. Effective lesson planning helps language development. Lessons should match child needs. Communicative approach focuses on interaction. Pair and group work promote communication. Language develops mainly through interaction. Parents help by talking. Parents are children's first language models. Reading stories help build language. Home with a rich language is beneficial. Older siblings support language by modeling. Siblings help by using complex words. Peers help children learn through play. Cooperative play supports language. Asking questions show active learning. Instructional materials are important for language learning. Instructional materials help in teaching vocabulary. Teacher feedback helps students improve learning. Language games are example of instructional material. Newspapers and magazines are real life materials. Selection of materials depends on learner level. Authentic materials should be relevant. Appropriateness means materials match child ability. Clear materials should be easy. Cultural relevance means context based. Preschoolers learn best through interaction. Technology in materials include multimedia. Homework with parents support learning by doing. ECE promotes holistic development. Language acquisition mainly occurs till age 4 to 5 years. Language rich environment supports communication. Storytelling helps develop language skills. Teachers encourage language through discussions. Language goals include phonemic awareness. Comprehension means understanding. Play based learning focuses on exploration. Integrated curriculum connects subjects. Bloom's cognitive domain relates to thinking. Inclusive approach supports all children. Curriculum includes planned activities. ECE curriculum age range is birth to 8 years. ECE curriculum is child-centered. Teacher role in ECE is facilitator. Children learn best through play. Listening is first language skill. Dramatic play helps develop language. First step of curriculum creation is needs assessment. Curriculum has how many elements? 4. SMART objectives are measurable. Curriculum design includes content selection. Curriculum implementation is done by teacher. Evaluation checks effectiveness. Curriculum revision is based on evaluation. Pakistan follows which design? Subject centered. Curriculum organization refers to sequence. Horizontal organization focuses on integration. Vertical organization includes continuity. Integrated curriculum combines subjects. Project-based curriculum is child-led. Emergent curriculum is based on child interest. Thematic curriculum organizes around themes. Flexible curriculum is adaptable. इसके साथ ही हमारा फर्स्ट पार्ट एमसीक्यूज का यहीं कंप्लीट होता है। पार्ट 2 भी मैं जल्द ही अपलोड कर दूंगी। चैनल सब्सक्राइब करना हरगिज़ ना भूलिएगा ताकि आपको टाइमली जो है अपडेट्स रिसीव होती रहे। मेरे वीडियोस को अपने फेलो स्टूडेंट के साथ वर्चुअल यूनिवर्सिटी के डिफरेंट ग्रुप्स में डिफरेंट स्टूडेंट के साथ ज़रूर शेयर करें ताकि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स अपने फाइनल टर्म की अच्छी प्रिपरेशन कर सकें। मैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो के साथ इंशाल्लाह ताला जल्द हाजिर होंगी। तब तक आप सब अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।